going to share my screen. This is the ChatGPT screen. As it is, it's not the one when you first log in. If you haven't got a ChatGPT account, then go to openai.com. It'll just it will guide you through it. You just got to verify your email address, and then it'll give you a screen when you log in, something like this. At the bottom here, down this left-hand side, we have all your previous history of things that you've keyed in, and things I've been practicing on. These are other ChatGPT plugins at the top that I've saved onto my sort of desktop, and I'll explain more about those later. Down at the bottom here, it says message ChatGPT, and that's where we put in the prompts, and prompts are important. Prompts utilize the power of the system. So this is where you're actually just asking questions, or you're asking for information, or you're trying to get back some work. So so when the first thing I would try is using emails or social media posts. So you can just copy an email from your email account, paste it into message ChatGPT, and tell it what you want it to do. So ask it to create a response for you so that you can go in there. So there was a I saw one the other day, and I'm gonna copy and paste it in there. There's a guy on Facebook called Jonathan Mast, and I'll send a link to his Facebook page later because he's brilliant. He works with Jeff Veal, who's one of our members, who can't be here today, but he's there. So to create an email address, I'm gonna be a pizza delivery shop, and I'm gonna just paste this in here. So it says, I'm David Harris, and I run Peppercorn Pizza Delivery Service. My customer, Steffi, received a pizza with the mushroom toppings missing. She's demanding 10 free pizzas in recompense. But I only want to give her one pizza, free pizza. Please construct an email response. So that's what I want to do. I haven't got the niceness within me to construct a reasonable reply, so off this will goes. So it's given us a subject. Our apologies, and your next pizza is on us. And I suspect it will always use the there you go. So I hope this message finds you well. I'm David Harris, the owner of Peppercorn Pizza Delivery Service. I'm reaching out to personally address you with the issue which you experienced your recent order. I want to extend my sincere apologies for the oversight regarding the missing mushroom toppings, and this is all good stuff, because first thing, the customer's always right. We understand that your order just right is part of the enjoyment of our pizzas, and it's clear we missed the mark this time. So and then it appreciates the fact that this has been brought to our attention, and regarding your request for compensation, whilst we are unable to provide 10 free pizzas, we certainly recognise the inconvenience caused and like to offer you a complimentary pizza on your next order. Additionally, we would like to include a side of your choice to accompany your meal as a gesture of goodwill. We didn't ask it to do that, but it's probably a good thing to do that. Please find the attached voucher code once again. So this is pretty good stuff, I think. If there's something you don't like about that, you can just ask it to change it. So can we remove the offer of a side dish and replace with 20% off vouchers? Should work. So and then it will rewrite the email. The reason why we want to give 20% off vouchers is that gives Steph you a reason to come back 4 times, then once to get the free pizza, so 3 times to get the 20% off. So by which time she'd have built up her faith in us putting mushroom toppings on her pizza, and will be okay. We are also including 3 vouchers for each 20% of subsequent order. So it's written it, so I can just copy and paste that then. And I don't know about you, but if I was manually composing this kind of email, it would take me some time. And I think that's pretty good, and that's pretty good to go. So let's whilst you're in a chat, it will always remember the previous content of your chat. So it's so that's what so emails is a great place to start. The other one is Facebook and Instagram. You have to tell it, give it some information as well. So let's compose a Facebook post. So again, I'm gonna create a Facebook post for a local bakery promoting their new vegan pastries. Now, a good idea. So now we're telling what we want it to do. We want to tell it the target audience as well. So target audience, it will create a post no matter how little information you give it, but the more information you can give, the better. Or the target audience is health conscious. I'm not sure you don't have health conscious people eating pasties, but pastries is health conscious individuals living in.
That's not how you spell conscious. You put conscience.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
As in guilty conscience.
Oh, whatever. It'll work it out actually, even if I get it wrong. I haven't told it what the bakery name was, so that's why it's put square brackets in there. So then it's made up some stuff, you know, about what's on the menu, but you can then modify that to however you like. So you can customize the details, you can customize the content. I think that's a bit long because cut this down to 100 words, and it'll go ahead and it will reduce it down. Okay, so now it's cut it down to I don't know if that's 100 words or not, but it's made it a short post. So whatever you ask it, it'll go away and do. So that's, I think, is pretty good. And the prompts are quite important because you'll see loads of adverts on Facebook for prompts, buy 10,000 ChatGPT prompts for $99 or something like that. I think they're probably a waste of money. I'll send you a link where you can download prompts from Jonathan Mast. So it's just important to define the purpose. So if I'm going to introduce some plugins here because there's a up here, if we go to if we click on explore GPTs, there are lots of plugins to ChatGPT that other people have written. Some of them have been written by OpenAI themselves, and some of them have not. So I'm not going to go too deeply into those, but I've got one called Viral Social Visionary, which will generate a social media post for a local bakery. Okay. That's so this is this plugin is especially designed for social media. So, but I've given it very basic information. But I'm going to let's go back to our normal chat. So it's you can, the other way is create a Facebook post for a local bakery, but stop and ask me any information you need. I don't know if that's going to work, but
Can I ask a question?
yeah, go on.
I mean, I've just found your Viral Social Visionary, no problem. How do you actually create them? I've tried to actually go on and create my own prompts to save me lots of time, so I can just save them and go back to them. How do I do it? Because thing is, I've tried to do the prompt, but then I want other things after it, so it's a multiple prompt, and it tends to get its knickers in a twist.
Yeah. You can either go back to the same chat that you were previously using, which is probably going to work, or keep them off the page, on a.
No, I want to be able to create one that I can go to, like you've said, explore the GPTs. I want to be able to create one myself. So
Right. Okay. There's Steffi, have you created GPTs?
No, well, I don't need to, because I work with the API, so I just get it to do what I want it to do whenever I want it.
Yeah.
I mean, my system is like GPTs, but it's built into a web platform.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So what you've create social media shares, create this, create that. That's what my system does automatically for you. So you don't have to faff around with GPTs.
yeah. I want to be able to turn around and say, before you do anything, ask for this prompt. Then once you've actually got that, then ask for this prompt. Then ask for this information, and then at that point, then create. So, for example, ask for a buyer persona, ask for the client's products and service. Right now, create a cold email that then ties in with the buyer persona as well as then the as well as then, and that's what I want to be able to do.
Yeah, you can do all that.
So Joe, what you're trying to do is create autoresponders.
No, I'm not trying to do autoresponders.
No? Okay.
There's a thing at the top of the screen which says tasks. Would that be anything relevant?
No, on chat, I'm actually wanting a GPT specifically. You can actually, if you go into Explore GPT, it says create and my GPTs and create, and that's what David's done with this one with this visionary social media.
Yeah, that's what it's Jonathan Marston actually created.
Oh,
that.
sorry, right, okay. So if you go into top, go to top GPT where the little thing is at top there. No, other, there.
What the Explore GPT, you mean?
Up to top. That turns around to Chat GPT. No, that's it. Click on that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I do apologise.
Explore GPT, yeah.
And then you've got up there at right hand side. You've got create there. I want to be able to create my own, so therefore I'm not having to write the prompts every single time.
Right. Okay. I haven't actually created one as yet.
Right. Okay.
I've just used.
That's what I'm good to know.
Yeah. It looks, from what I've seen from other people, it looks fairly straightforward. But let's have a look at that, and we'll bring it over next week.
Okay. Cool.
And and we'll create a GPT next week, and I'm sure
Oh.
it's
Yeah, as I've looked at YouTube videos, and it's the configuring then that I'm just getting a bit confused at. I'm going,
yeah, because the way I would do it off the top of my head is
Yeah.
it's the same way as I would create a blog, which I'll
Yeah.
which I'll go on to now, which is I just write my passages in my notes, say, and then I just paste it in, which is write a 700-word blog in British English, in ordinary English. So I don't want any fancy words, without contractions. So we're doing cannot instead of can't, with an active, not passive voice, because that's what Google wants, with a maximum sentence length of 20 words, with 3 subheadings for David Harris, with the title of top 5 there. You could then, in there, you could then say, stop and ask me for this and ask me for that. But if you
Yeah.
you could do it in plain English, and then it does work.
Yeah, oh yeah, and that's what I do, but I have to do it manually every single time. So I
Right.
was wanting to try and actually create
Yeah,
GPT.
create your own. So just click on it.
So that already had that prompt, that already had that command,
Yeah.
and then turn around and says, ask me further information about, and then ask me further information about.
Yeah. Okay, so let's so we're going to go into we're going to get it to create a blog. It's thinking about it. Okay, so off it goes. So it's what I would not neccerily use the blog as is, because
No,
you can
definitely
use you can either use ChatGPT to tweak it, because some things may be wrong or some things may be right. It nearly always ends up as in conclusion, so you may want to change that last.
And also the later models or the newer models have not been language naturalized, so you'll always get American spelling.
Yes. So it's this is why I always say in British English, but even with that, it still sometimes puts Z's in instead of S's. So you do have to, if you've got a spell checker plugged into your, this isn't Chrome, this is Opera, but if you've got a spell checker plugged into your browser, then that's really useful, because you can see where all the issues are. But it gives you a good basis, and it gives you with you could say, give me 10 more blog ideas on this topic. You know, you can just talk to it like it's and it will just go off and give you 10 ideas, which I think is one of the great things that it does, because sometimes we sit there thinking, what am I going to write about? Even if you know your subject, you're still going to be thinking. So basically, I mean, I would consider it to be a draft when it comes up with the original thing, but then you can just sort of refine it. Personalization is a good key as well. So it's best to put in a personal anecdote in a blog. If your client or you've got some experience of something, putting that in is helps enhance the blog post. So anyway, that's how you can use it. So there's all sorts of other things we can do. Let's this is Simon. I don't know if you love this or hate this, but it'll you can manipulate, well, you can't manipulate so much. You can get it to process spreadsheets. So we can upload a spreadsheet and then ask it to extract information. You can input 2 spreadsheets and ask it to combine them, or ask it to sort of based on the email column, can you combine these 2 spreadsheets? So I think it's let me just see if I can, and I have used it actually, because I've had loads of spreadsheets with names and addresses and emails and everything, and I've managed to produce I managed to produce a spreadsheet that I then imported into Steffi's CRM system through this, which I was stuck before, and this came along, and then and it was we've got sales data. I'm going to import sales data spreadsheet, and then we can just ask questions, and then just identify the top selling product for each month, and then it will analyze the spreadsheet. And it's kind of explaining what it's doing. There's so then it's analysed. I'm not going to show you the data on that spreadsheet because it's kind of a quite a lot of stuff that's really boring, but you can then query that spreadsheet. The other thing you can do is you can upload PDF files. There's a GPT that you can upload up to a 2 gigabyte PDF file, which is enormous. It's colossal. It's thousands and thousands of pages. You can then upload it, and then you can ask questions about that PDF. So I imagine that would be useful for research documents and things like that. But you can also ask it to pull out the main headlines from that, you know, the main takeaways from a particular document, or you can ask it anything, and it'll come up with something. So and then there's you can also you can use it for questions and answers. I mean, I find it more useful than Google a lot of the time. We can just ask questions, and I'll show you the voice aspect of it as well. So so you can there's like a, you know, any sort of trivia questions, or ask it to explain complex things in simple terms. Explain blockchain technology in simple terms. There you go. It'll probably produce about 1,000-page document now, but oh, there it goes. You know, blockchain technology can be compared to a digital ledger or record book. That's pretty good. I mean, I think that would. I think most people. I don't know if you can all read that, but it explains the blockchain technology. What are the uses of blockchain technology outside? Because the thing is that you can talk to it in natural language, and it will give you will always give you something. Sometimes you don't key in a great prompt, you key in a rubbish prompt, and it won't give you what you're looking for, but you just modify it. You just say, well, I didn't mean that, I meant this. So it's and then and you can say translate that last response into French, and off it goes. So so there's I haven't tried Chinese. It might be good fun to try that. There's I can read a bit of French, so but I'm not going to check it. But I imagine it's correct. So let's just um, Mandarin, Chinese. Oh, there you go. So yes, it will. So it's I imagine it's what the Chinese are using to send us the stuff. Or perhaps they're not. If they are, I'm not impressed. So it's
Are you going to spell check it and sense check it though?
not. So let's stop that, you know, and so we could let's, if I start a new one and say so who was Ada Lovelace, not to be confused with Linda Lovelace.
Yeah.
If I can spell what is she known for? I'm going to go over me 30 minutes I was going to do. Okay, so she's primarily known for her work on Charles Babbage's early mechanical general purpose computer. I didn't know about her because we did it at school, because this was okay, so that's pretty good.
Very clever lady.
Yeah. So because Charles Babbage is was like a mechanical computer. I mean, I suppose most of you have heard of it, but it was incredibly complex engine. So yeah, so that's it. So it's pretty versatile, and sort of, so say, language coding assistance as well. If you're if you need to check or you want to find some error in some code, it's pretty good at finding things like this. And then there's language, language programming, educational tutoring. So so these are pretty cool. One thing, I'm going to stop the share for a minute because I want to explain. There's also an OpenAI voice on that. There's a ChatGPT app as well on the phone, and it'll respond to your voice, so you can have quite a long conversation with it, you know. So I've sort of sitting there in the mornings, I sometimes talk to it and ask it questions and tell it what my plans are, and it's like having another member of staff, you know.
Isn't that just rather sad, David?
I was about to say some of the bad points, David.
Yeah, but it's another member, you know, like
Dave, you can talk to us, son.
not at
Is it
6 o'clock in the morning. Not at
Does
6
it?
o'clock in the morning.
Is there a subscription fee, David? For the,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the voice activated AI.
Yes, I believe it. It's got to be ChatGPT 4, so you do need a prescription.
Description, yeah.
I'll need one
Not
of
a
those too.
prescription, that's what
Does it
what
cost
you
very
get when
much,
things go wrong. So it's
David, does it cost very much, the GPT-4?
it's
$20.
It's $20 a month.
That's not bad.
No, I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's well worth it, and it's got to be. If you've got it, it's like having more than one person working in your business.
And I've got a subscription with 3.5, but I can see the advantage of 4 over 3.5. It's got a lot more to it.
Yeah, I think the 3.5 is free, isn't it? Isn't that
Yeah,
the
it's
free
free,
version?
yeah.
And then then you pay for the 4, then you can have the extra. I don't think you can use the external GPTs without the subscription.
No, you have to pay. You have to pay. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just. I'll just try and demonstrate this. Hi, can you tell me what the weather is today in London?
Oh dear.
He's thinking about it.
Clear skies. The temperature ranges from -1 degree Celsius, feeling like -4 degrees, to a high of about 4 degrees in the afternoon. There's no precipitation expected and a light to gentle breeze from the southwest throughout the day.
Okay, but you can also talk about sort of business challenges and things like that, you know. So
What about what about more controversial subjects like, I don't know, whether can you ask a direct question? I mean, I know with Bard you can, and it changes, you know, but like, what do you think about the likelihood of Trump being re-elected, and what about the global consequences of Trump being re-elected? And that's interesting. You'd probably do the same with
it would be giving an opinion though, wouldn't it? And I'm
Yeah.
not sure that it would.
Yeah.
I would hope Janie would come back by saying, build a spaceship and leave the planet.
Or build a
Yeah.
spaceship and put Trump on it.
Yeah.
Good idea.
That's an even better
Do
idea.
you think Donald Trump is going to be re-elected as president of the United States? He's thinking about it. I think it's because it's busy in the mornings. It's pretty instant.
The possibility of Donald Trump being re-elected in the 2024 presidential election is a topic of considerable discussion and analysis. As of now, Trump is considered a prominent contender. He's presently favored to win the election, with odds suggesting a 47.6% implied probability of victory.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop it there. Now, the thing about the voice chats is you can have a chat about your business and ask it for ways to market your business and things like that. And then when you go to when you go back to your I share the screen again just briefly. No, it hasn't come up because it's the chat. The chat would normally appear in this list. Let's just refresh the screen to see if it's a new chat. Okay, can you tell me what the day today is, London? This is our conversation, so then it's got that there. You think Donald Trump is going to be re-elected as president of the United States? And it did give a short answer about that. It says the odds of him winning is 47.6% implied probability. So it's given a mathematical thing. So it's
That's scarily high.
well, it probably reflects the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
Because none of those other things are going to happen. Like they're going to ban him. That'll be overturned in being banned in certain states, and so yeah, that's probably about right. So it's so I know, Jane, you use ChatGPT, Bard at the moment, don't you? We'll go through some of the others on another week, but there's Bard, and I mean, I think the main three are Bard and Claude, and obviously ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT is the others in terms of facility.
I think ChatGPT, I'd use Bard as well initially, the beta version, I think it was. But I do think Chat is far superior to Bard.
Yeah, I think Bard's good for keywords. If you're looking for keywords for your for websites and things, obviously being Google, it's on its home turf, you know.
Yeah,
it's good for keywords. I haven't really used Claude other than to just sort of log in, so I can't comment on that.
Who's sorry, David, who's Claude? Who's the developers behind Claude?
I'm not sure actually. I know
I'll look it up.
Microsoft have got practically a 50% share in ChatGPT, and Google do there. So if I key in who owns Claude, I don't know if it'll come up with an answer or not. So he's asked me, what do I mean by Claude?
It's not going to discuss a competitor.
I think there's another one called Pi that was written by or developed by Hoffman, but
Right.
that's more, you know,
Mm.
friend, you know, woman friendly, cuddly. You know, how does that make you feel?
It's cool. Yeah, yeah. The other thing is that we've got things like that there are plug-in, you know, there are GPTs like there's one called Humanize, where you can just copy your output into Humanize and paste it into Humanize, and it will change your blog post and make it more cuddly and friendly.
Isn't it amazing?
And so it's there.
Sorry,
So
what was that one? Humanize.
Humanize, yeah, with a Z.
Ah.
It's got that you can, there's Humanize and Humanize Pro for some, they're both free, or they seem to be at the moment. And yesterday I managed to create a video in about 5 minutes as well. So I know the video side of things is coming on really quite fast. So
OpenAI are working on a video module for ChatGPT 4.
yeah, and it was,
Although it'll probably be ChatGPT 5 plus video. That's what they'll probably aim for the next release.
yeah. What I found was if I went into ChatGPT and then asked it to produce a script and scenes for a particular video for a particular purpose, it came up with I think I can show you actually. It came up with a video that was pretty good that you can then go ahead and edit. Okay. Download. So there's see if it's see if I can share that. Hold on. And I produced a video in like literally about 5 minutes, not even that, and I didn't edit it at all, and I'll show you what it gave me.
Dive into the world of AI with our interactive ChatGPT session. Discover how AI can enhance your business, creativity, and productivity. Interact with ChatGPT using just your voice. Join the conversation, share your views, ask questions. Register today and be part of the AI revolution. Your journey into AI begins here. Don't miss out.
So I think that was pretty good. In you know, it's not stellar, but it's I thought it was a pretty good for just a one-off and without any editing. I thought it was it produced some good scenes.
Excellent.
And some good words with it. I mean, I would want to change it to a British voice rather than an American one. I'd like to lose that v.io watermark on there, but you have to pay so much a month to get rid of that. So but there will be
It's in
other,
ChatGPT.
yeah, that came with ChatGPT. That was it was Veed, VEED. It's a but if you just go into Explore GPTs and key in video, I think it's one of the top 10. It's one of the top 10. Yeah, it's number 7. It's a video GPT by Veed, and so we sort of got a minute. Let me just share the screen. So it's this one here. So you just click on that, and then so and what I did was mind you, I've lost it now. This is it. Suggest I've had a long conversation about this so far, so previously. So I just said suggest scenes for a 30-second promotion video for this. So and this is what it did. It came up with scene 1, 5 seconds. It was very specific. Then it's got voiceover video, and it's specified what voiceovers it thought I should use.
And
So I just copied that and pasted it into Veed.
can you edit the text? So where it says 5 seconds, if you
Oh, yeah,
overtype
yeah,
with
absolutely.
12, it will actually.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just make a video and then yeah, you'd have to modify. You know, obviously, if I got 10 seconds, I'd want more words, but so it would go ahead and then it contacts I've said the demonstration 10 seconds, so let's just see what it does. And then so it made it. I have tried it just using words to create a video, and it doesn't seem to. It's okay, but what this does, it creates the video, then it takes you over to Veed's website, and then you can then edit the video, so you can change the timings. It didn't allow me to change the voice. It didn't allow me to change my voice without me paying, and I wasn't sure if this is the best. This is the one I want to use. You know, I don't mind paying a tenner a month or whatever it is, $20, whatever, if it's something I'm going to use a lot of. But if it's something that's not, if there is better stuff out there, I don't know. So it's hopefully it'll come up with a slightly different video to yesterday's.
Sure.
So I mean, because you could just ask it if you just don't like the output, you can just ask it to recreate, and it'll recreate it again and give you a different version. Or you can say, I didn't like the second scene. Can you change the video on the second scene? And it will go ahead and do that. So it's taking a minute, but it's obviously a lot quicker than doing it yourself. It's okay. It's produced. It's got. I guess this is the this will be the link to the video, which is enormously long. Okay. Can you still see that? Is that still?
Yeah.
Project successfully saved your workspace. So then it's opened up this editor, and let's just we can play what it's got.
Dive into the world of AI with our interactive ChatGPT session. Discover how AI can enhance your business, creativity, and productivity. Interact with ChatGPT using just your voice. Join the conversation, share your views, ask questions. Register today and be part of the AI revolution. Your journey into AI begins here. Don't miss out.
Okay, so it's changed a couple of the scenes from yesterday, and it's made that other scene 10 seconds. You can, if we click on audio, we can put some background music in as well. No, music instead of the voice. We shall go into that. So yeah, so I think that's not bad, is it? For just a quick just quickly producing one, and producing Instagram reels and Facebook reels. You could produce a couple a day and get them up there, you know, with your stuff. And it's because reels seem to be the in thing at the moment. And I've never really, I think I've ever produced one myself, and to use. So it's kind of something that I'm thinking of from yesterday. I was thinking, oh, I should use that for sure. So definitely for Instagram and Facebook Reels and TikToks as well. I mean, does anyone use TikTok for business? No, I don't. But I'm told I'm missing out. I don't know. So so I think is something that maybe we could use that system for. So so there. This is so good. And yeah, next time I want that because you can produce images as well with AI. There's ChatGPT have got their own called DALL-E, which is okay. You can just use that through the normal interface. You don't have to. You used to have to click on DALL-E, didn't you, and create it, but now you just create the image. You just tell it what you want. Again, it's not stellar. I'll just give you a quick.
Well, it can be. I mean, that image behind me's DALL-E.
Yeah, that's true. You can. It's they're all rubbish at spelling. There's
Yeah, don't try getting it to write words. I tried to get it to write the
Yeah,
word solicitor. It wasn't having any of it.
Create an image of a Viking ship on a rough sea. Sun. The more specific you can be, clouds. Let's just create that. That's it's and there's quite a few but there are other ones. Yeah, so it's produced that. I think that's pretty good, isn't it?
It's amazing.
It's exactly what I asked for, and it's more or less done it. That's one of the that's one of the best ones. I
I
mean,
feel a Turner Prize coming on.
yeah.
You're gonna get a BAFTA.
I can't see the Vikings though. You didn't say include some Vikings in the boat, so
No,
that's
exactly.
interesting.
So
Yeah.
Jane, they're in it.
Yeah.
with Vikings.
No, they've been topped out. I think it's a rough sea.
Oh, yeah, it does look a bit dodgy.
So I've said redo with Vikings visible on the ship. Now it'll give me a different image this time. It won't give me the same image.
Yeah.
But, the clouds look a little bit angry, don't they? I don't know if they're
Motion detected at the front door.
awesome.
Those are the Norse gods coming through, Dave.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So here we are. So now we've got Vikings on here. I don't like the ship so much. It's not quite as colourful as that.
Yeah.
And
It has to be chucked off into the sea, mate.
it's a bit too dark. So I would give this another go if I was doing it myself and say, can you make the sails more colourful and make the scene a little bit lighter up, you know, and you can do it again and you'll get a difference and you'll get different results. So
There's no consistency with DALL-E 3, unfortunately. DALL-E 2, you can remember the seed and get it to create similar images, but they haven't built that into DALL-E 3 yet.
No. So there's another one. There's a Cosmic Dream. So if I key in the same thing into Cosmic Dream, which is a GPT, I'm not sure if OpenAI. It could be an OpenAI one. I'm not sure, but there's one called Cosmic Dream. So that will give you a really colourful image. There you go. So
psychedelic.
Yeah, it's like you're on drugs or something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Wasn't going to smoking, mate. Jesus Christ.
And then because I did a couple. I was trying to produce angels at Christmas for a Facebook thing, and I asked it to produce an angel Gabriel, and she was a very well endowed, sexy angel, and it was. And I had to say, actually, Gabriel's a man. And then it became like He-Man in a dress, you know. So you do have to sort of modify things a little bit and going in there. But the things are changing all the time. Like I've seen stuff almost every day this week that's kind of different. So that's why I thought it's worth having these, because if we've got people, I know there are other people not here today who will be coming in the future who use AI quite a lot. So I think we can be able to build up knowledge and get some great tips and hints and things.
David, sorry to be naive, but I haven't read through the stuff content you've been sending out by email. But are you going to be doing this every week?
I might not do it I might do it every couple of weeks.
Every couple.
I'm going to do another one next week, because I'm going to go through.
You're going to try and make this sort of regular-ish?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because Steffi's going to do a presentation next week.
I shall look forward to that, Steffi. Go on, you can smiling.
The history of well, actually, I don't know whether to do it on the history of AI or whether I want to do it on AI in sci-fi and talk about some of the notable things that we all remember.
Yeah, throw a bit of Star Trek in there. I like it.
Yeah, why
Good
not?
old Major Barrett as the ship's computer.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, she's dead, but she's still alive on our computers. So it's that was Troy's mum, wasn't it? That was
Well, that was Loxwana Troy, but
Yeah.
Major Barrett was actually married to Gene Roddenberry, who created Star Trek, and he gave her the voice of the ship's computer. So that was what she was in.
Didn't she play Nurse Chapel? Or was it Nurse Chapel? Yeah, she did.
Like that as well.
All right, yeah, because Strange New Worlds have got a Nurse Chapel as well.
I thought she was brilliant as Loxana Troy. Amazing.
yeah, she was. That was good. So you can tell the non-Trekkies they've all glazed over.
No, I used to love Star Trek.
They're all thinking, what's Star Trek?
so good. Anyway, hope you found that useful.
Great.
We shall do it.
Sorry, David, are you you said you're recording this. Are you going to issue this? Because I won't be able to come. If this is the same time next week, I won't be able to come to this.
No, we'll record the sessions, then we'll put it on the on Pepcorn website. So sort of anyone can come and view them in the future. So actually, I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to stop it.